What's up, guys? Listen, I've got some terrible shit to show you today. ICE is a Nazi organization. ICE is a domestic terrorist group. ICE is a private paramilitary organization that is owned by Donald Trump. ICE consists of white supremacists and Proud Boys and Ku Klux Klan members. ICE is not here to help you. ICE is not here to make America great again. ICE is here to destroy the semblance of America that we used to know. ICE is here to round up as many brown people as possible, and that's what they're doing now. In the future, they will be tasked with rounding up dissidents of the regime, such as myself. I need you to understand that this is no longer a joke. This is no longer a game. You are in danger. We have some insane videos of ICE ripping mothers out of their cars in front of their children at school. We got videos of ICE shooting pastors in the fucking head. We got videos of ICE ripping away grieving mothers from their sobbing children while their husband gets deported and slamming her on the fucking ground and screaming, "Cállate! Cállate!" I need you to understand. This is not politics. This is warfare. You are at war, and these are fascists. This is horrifying. Joe Rogan has abandoned Donald Trump and ICE. Joe fucking Rogan, who did this. Joe, you created this. And this is what you will see. This is what you will see start to happen over the coming months and years, is these fucking people will pretend that they never supported this in the first place when they are the very ones who created the storm. I have nothing good to show you. It's only bad. Lock the fuck in. I'm scared. I'm afraid. I am afraid that I'm not going to be able to raise children in a democracy. I'm afraid that I'm going to end up thrown in a concentration camp, not because I'm a minority, not because I'm an illegal alien, but because I do not support the regime, and the regime is labeling anybody and everybody who doesn't support the regime as Antifa, which is anti-fascist, and I am anti-fascist. And now they're claiming that anti-fascism is fucking terrorism. If this doesn't have you absolutely fucking horrified, then you most likely are one of the fucking fascists. Hi, I'm Chris Valenti. Welcome to the Valenti VOD. This is real independent media. I have no funding. It's not like any of the money matters anyway. It's not like we're going to be able to spend it. Don't forget to like, comment, follow, subscribe, whatever. Watch this. This car is outside of a school. An elementary school. This woman just dropped off her children at an elementary school.
Wait, you guys came to the school and to do this?
Do you have a warrant? They haven't asked for a warrant. My name is Jocelyn from Cicero. They don't have a warrant. They didn't ask for one. They forcefully opened the door of the truck. It was locked. It was locked.
You're going to record this. Don't get closer from me, right? Like, cool. Just stay back, please. You're being arrested for the
Yeah, but you guys came to the school?
They forced us out of the car. They forced us out of the car. They were following us. They were on
Whoa.
I got a couple more videos to show you, but again, I need you to understand, if you can watch that video and you can feel joy, if you watch that video and you feel happiness, you're not a human being. You're a soulless demon and you deserve to be destroyed. This is guys, they can't do that. They can't go to schools. I zip-tied naked children and left them outside in Chicago. I have more videos, bro. I want you, do you understand that even the clergy is fighting against this because it is their fucking duty? If you consider yourself to be a Christian, it is quite literally your duty to be fighting against this. These three Nazis on top of the roof, they have paintball guns with pepper balls, and I'm going to show you a list of all of the less lethal weaponry that these fucking Nazis have been using. But there is a member of the clergy, a pastor here, who's about to be shot in the fucking head. He's right there. Dang, right in the head.
Ooh, that one hurt.
Hey, just so you know, if you have a priest pointing at you and saying, "God damn you," you're probably gonna end up burning in the fucking 7th circle of hell with the rest of the goddamn Gestapo, the real Gestapo, the ones who at least had the balls not to wear fucking masks like you boot-licking inferior vermin in ICE. I need you to understand. Every single ICE agent must be held at a tribunal when this is over, if this ever ends. And the reason why I'm horrified is because they know this. ICE knows that they're going to be held at a tribunal, which to me means that they don't plan on having a tribunal. They don't plan on having an election in 2028. They don't plan on relinquishing power. They don't plan on ever And you want to know why I know that? $200 million ballroom. Fucking $200 billion Qatari jet being turned into Air Force One, all the gold being gilded around the White House. You think these people plan on leaving in about 4 years? You think that these ICE agents plan on going back to their normal lives? There is no election in 2028. Democracy died the minute we put that fat orange fuck back in the Oval Office.
This is gonna look really good in your fucking court case.
We gotta get your eyes right. Hey, we gotta get your eyes right so you can come back. Hey, we gotta get you right so you can come back. We can bring you back in 5 minutes. We gotta get you right so you can come back. Hey, I already went to the hospital once.
Your country is ashamed of you.
Thank you.
God is watching you. God is watching you.
God is watching you.
God is watching you.
God is watching you. And you will pay for this.
Come to the sidewalk because they're gonna keep shooting him. I'm telling you, he watched.
His fucking stare is giving me chills, bro. Listen, I ain't a Christian. I don't know who this pastor is. But that motherfucker has got the power of the Lord in him right now. And I can feel his stare through the motherfucking screen.
Le dieron la cabeza.
Off the side, off the side.
Get hit the top of his head.
I got more for you. This will be the last one because I don't want to just keep on going through fucking terrorist porn, because that's what this is. And that's what ICE is. ICE is they're all terrorists. Every single ICE agent is a fucking terrorist. Every single motherfucking one of them. This woman's husband was just snatched away from her and is going to be deported. And she is rightfully having a fucking meltdown. Her children are with her. He's saying adios, adios.
Adios. Adios.
He yelled, "Cállate!" in her face. Now, just so you know, that ICE officer was fired and then brought back onto the force the next day. Reason being is, you know, ICE got $150 billion of funding. A large portion of that, the reason why it was so high, is because Stephen Miller, Herr Goebbels, and Heinrich Himmler, Pete Hegseth, they told these ICE agents, they go, you are going to commit heinous crimes. You need to hide your identity. Some of you will be caught. Okay. Now, when you're caught, you're gonna, serve some sort of sentence. But we have $150 billion. We put aside about $40 billion to pay for all of the legal fees. None of you will actually end up staying in jail. Go ahead, commit crimes, violate the Constitution, assault people. We'll get you out. And that is exactly what is happening. Did you see that? Did you see that? His gun. Watch. Watch. His gun fell out of his waistband. This guy on the ground goes to kick it away with his hand, or hit it away because he doesn't want to be shot in the fucking face. Watch. He hit it away. This guy hit the gun away, not the fucking ICE agent. I'll even slow it down for you. Playback speed 0.25. Watch. This guy on the ground was the one who was more professional than the actual fucking ICE agent who dropped his fucking pistol on the ground. And now he starts pointing his gun at the fucking people filming it. And you think these are federal officers? You think these are actually trained federal officers? These aren't. These people volunteered for the $50,000 signing bonus, the health care benefits, and the retirement plan. Because in the United States of America, we get rid of all of that for anybody and everybody, except for those who are willing to go round up migrants by the fucking tens of thousands and send them to death camps.
I can videotape. I'm a combat vet. Oh, really? You're gonna tape him? I got this on video.
ICE detained a 5-year-old girl with autism outside her family's home to lure her father into surrendering.
I don't want my dad. I'm not gonna have nothing. It's the first day of school for me. My dad bought everything for me to live over here, the rent, and I don't know what I'm gonna eat. And I'm so lonely right now. I need my dad for me.
Hey, MAGA. You feeling great yet, MAGA? Tired of winning? Feeling big and strong, right? You're not men. You're not men. Here's a list of the weaponry that the Nazis are deploying on our own people. Chemical irritants. These are fucking pepper spray, tear gas, pepper canister, and balls. Kinetic impact projectiles. These are fucking 40 Mike rounds, sponge rounds, beanbag rounds, flashbang grenades, chemical irritants. Look at this. They're firing on our own people. They're firing on our own goddamn people for expressing their First Amendment right to protest. Now, I wanted to show you this. Before we watch this, I need to explain something. Joe Rogan did this. Joe Rogan created this culture. He is a huge reason why we are living through this. Joe Rogan had on J.D. Vance and Donald Trump, and he gave them the most softball interview you've ever seen. Joe Rogan built his entire career off of conspiracy theories, and a lot of it about Jeffrey Epstein, and yet Joe Rogan was incapable of asking Donald Trump one single question about Jeffrey Epstein. Joe Rogan is a fraud. He's also the least funny of his comedian friends. He is funny by proxy, meaning I've seen Joe Rogan live. I have, and I've seen Bert Kreischer live. Joe Rogan is not funny. He has never been funny. You can watch his stand-up from back in the day. He has never been funny. He surrounded himself with very funny people, like Joey Diaz, in order to be funny by proxy. People see him around funny people, they assume that he's funny. He's not. Joe Rogan is the reason why so many young men, not only young men, but also like middle-aged men, are brain-dead apes. They are stupid chimps, just like Joe. And I do hope that Joe sees this one day. Joe, I would love for you to have me on the show just so I can tell you to your face that you are a coward, you are a bad human being, you are most likely a bad father. I would be willing to bet money that you're a bad father. Terrible podcast host, failure of an American, and a disgrace to humanity. Now, I would like to show you Joe Rogan realizing that what he's watching with his own two eyes, just as we just did, is heinous. and that he had a huge role to play in this. I want you to watch this. And for MAGA, just so you know, you're going to lose all of your influencers one by one, and they're going to pretend like they never supported it, and then you will have to live a life of shame. For the rest of the decades of your life, you will have to pretend that you never supported fascism, because supporting fascism is a blemish on your DNA. Your children will have to pay for the price for your fascism.
The way it looks is horrific. It looks, when you're just arresting people in front of their kids and just normal, regular people that have been here for 20 years, that everybody who has a heart can't get along with that.
No.
Everybody who has a heart sees that and goes, that can't be right. That can't be right. That can't be the only way to do this.
Right.
Because you have to think, look, yeah, we have to have a border. Yes, it should have been secure. Yes, they should make sure you know who everybody is before they get in.
Yeah.
But when people been here for 20 years, like, come on, man. That's crazy. Like, let's find a way. If they've been...
So here's my main issue, is Donald Trump was very clear on the campaign trail that he was going to do the largest mass deportation campaign in American history. That was his phrasing. That is what he said repeatedly. Now, Joe, just like many of Trump's voters, is probably too stupid to know that mass deportation means everybody. Everybody. It does not mean we're going to do a lot of deportation. No, mass deportation means we are deporting every single person who is in the United States illegally, whether you've been here for 20 years, whether you've been here for 50 years, or whether you are a newborn. And we know that because they're going after birthright citizenship. Historically, if you were born in the United States of America, or not even in it, if you were born on U.S. soil, that could mean a U.S. military base in the Middle East. You were an American. That's birthright citizenship. Well, Donald Trump and the rest of his fascist regime have been trying to terminate birthright citizenship. They want to lower the population of America from 360 million to 100 million. You don't need to take it from me. Department of Homeland Security posts that on their Twitter every day. They say this is what America could be if we had 100 million people. You think that this deportation campaign of what, 20 million people is scary? They want to deport 160 million people. Now, the thing is, you can't deport 160 million people, but you can kill them. That is what is coming next.
Productive members of society for 20 years, no criminal record. They worked the entire time. They paid taxes. Find them a pathway to citizenship. Find a way where you can do this thing that you want to do, which is keep terrorists and cartel members.
Now, let me point something out. I don't think Joe means any of this. Joe Rogan is one of the most professional grifters there is. When he thought the tide was on Trump's side, he had Trump on. He was pro-mass deportation. Now that Joe Rogan is seeing the tide turn and that the overwhelming majority of Americans think that ICE has gone too far. The overwhelming majority of Americans think that ICE is a Gestapo force. The overwhelming majority of Americans think that this is fucking insane. And Joe can see the tide, and he's decided to jump on the wave. He does not mean any of this. Joe Rogan couldn't give less of a shit about brown people. He doesn't care about migrants. He doesn't care about anything other than fattening his own pockets.
From getting across the border with drugs that kill 100,000 people a year. Okay, but also have a f***ing heart. Because if you don't, you're not going to get anybody on your side. If you're doing this stuff publicly, throwing women to the ground, handcuffing people, just for existing on the wrong side of the dirt. Not a criminal. Not the only crime they ever committed was coming over here as a kid. They probably didn't even know what the f*** was going on.
Man.
You know, a lot of kids got snuck across when they were already born in Mexico. And they've grown up their entire life in America. They can't even speak Spanish. And they could get sent back.
Welcome to where the rest of us have been from the beginning, Joe. Welcome to where the rest of us have been from the beginning. Those with empathy, those with a brain, those who use logic and critical thinking and could tell that... I said so many times on the campaign trail that you can't deport 20 million people without concentration camps, without deploying the military in every city of America. You would have to be a fucking idiot to think that it would go any other way. Migrants aren't in one city. They're not just in the sanctuaries. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. This nation consists of migrants. That is what America is. We have a fucking lady in the harbor over there who says, give me your tired and give me your poor. Not show me your card. Not give me your papers. I'm disgusted I'm disgusted. And the last thing I want to show you is quite possibly the scariest video that the regime has ever created. Do not take this as a joke. Do not take this lightly. Do not laugh this off. I think this video may end up demonetized because of what I'm going to show you. I don't know. If it is, don't forget to tip by hitting the thanks button, like, comment, subscribe, buy merch, everything, because showing you this is far more important than the monetization. This is horrifying. This is from the White House's official account. Please watch.
Antifa beats journalists. Antifa attacks our police stations. They attack our courthouses. They dox our law enforcement officers. No more. They are a terrorist group, and we are coming after them.
We are here at the White House today to unmask Antifa, to follow the money all the way to the top. If you want to get to the bottom of who is fomenting this chaos and violence in our country, you must follow the money.
I was a mainstream reporter in Seattle for 10 years before I quit mainstream media, in part due to its refusal to acknowledge the dangers of Antifa and radical left-wing violence.
Part of the problem that we have is that a lot of people refuse to believe that Antifa is real. It is just a made-up thing, but I have seen them. They are real, they are dangerous, and they are violent.
They are an organized, systemic, international criminal enterprise. And what the FBI is going to do is trace the money, follow the funds, and find every single person that was involved in funding the riots and the violent acts of criminality that they are perpetrating on our street.
I've watched Antifa brutally beat, harass, and threaten Americans in the street, but all of that ends with the Trump administration.
I was brutally attacked and almost killed by Antifa in the streets of Seattle. All of my colleagues have been attacked. I can't think of a single one who hasn't. Violence against journalists and police officers in our streets can't stand.
Just days ago, I was in the Portland jailhouse, and now I'm in the White House. This administration is built different, and Antifa's days are numbered.
I'm going to pause it here. I don't know why they put this guy in there with what he just said, because up until this point, the feel has been scary, horrifying, we're coming to destroy you, and then they put up this fucking jackass.
And I want to thank President Donald
And this woman is a black guy because her husband probably fucking beats her.
Trump for designating Antifa a terrorist organization, and I'm looking forward to the FBI and the DOJ hunting down these people like the terrorists that they are.
All I gotta say, it's a bad day to be Antifa.
And Antifa's days of using violence and intimidation against their political opposition are over.
And I've continued to report on them over the years, despite the threats of violence and actual violence that's happened, because I owe a thank you to this country, the United States, for settling my parents who were victims of communism in Vietnam.
Victims of communism. He means that his parents were filthy fucking rich and they had to flee Vietnam.
1 month ago, Charlie Kirk was murdered by a violent leftist.
Incorrect. That's not true. That is false.
We all saw it, and we all saw thousands of leftists celebrate it. Antifa symbols were found on the bullet casings of the gun.
Oh yeah, Antifa symbols like notices bulge. Ooh, what's this?
Used to shoot and kill my friend.
Yeah, Antifa messages like, if you read this, you're gay.
We won't take it anymore. President Trump is not going to stand for it. And I'm so grateful that we have a leader in the White House that understands how we need to fight these sophisticated networks and how we need to take these terrorists out.
I've been attacked by Antifa, doxxed by Antifa, harassed by Antifa, but we're not standing down. We're now coming for you.
This is the type of video you would see in the beginning of a dystopian movie. This is the type of video that is played in The Hunger Games. This is nightmare level shit. And I need you to understand, you might be thinking to yourself, this doesn't affect me. I'm not a member of Antifa. Yes, you are. Antifa is not a group. If you do not support fascism, you are in Antifa. If you do not support Israel, you are in Antifa. If you want the Epstein files released, you are in Antifa. If you step out of line, you are in Antifa. There's one last little clip I want to show you before we end this, and it is just talking about how these people are Nazis, and they are saying it with their own fucking lips.
Yesterday, the White House hosted a propaganda meeting where they... And I want you to listen to this clip of him.
So, Jack Posobiec was one of the conservatives that were in that roundtable, that anti-Antifa roundtable. And it's funny because anti-Antifa just means fascism. Antifa means anti-fascism. To call yourself anti-Antifa is to say that you are anti-fascism, which by proxy means you are fascist. Now, please watch.
At the round table and hear what he says about Antifa at the end.
Mr. President, thank you so much for having us here today and holding this roundtable. Antifa is real. Antifa has been around in various iterations for almost 100 years in some instances, going back to the Weimar Republic in Germany.
He said,
what he just said was that Antifa goes back to the Weimar Republic in Germany. The Weimar Republic was the German government that the Third Reich, that Hitler took over and turned into the Nazi regime. This man is saying that anti-fascists have been around since the Weimar Republic. He is directly comparing Antifa today to the anti-fascists during the rise of the Nazis in Germany, which by proxy means you view yourselves as the rising Nazis. You view yourselves as the Third Reich, or in this case, the Burger Reich. That is what that fucking means.
And to designate fundraising. Yesterday, he filed charges against current New York Attorney General Letitia James because she led an investigation into Trump's fraudulent business dealings. Do you see where we're at right now? In the middle of an honest-to-God authoritarian regime. And it's disgusting to see that felon destroy our country.
Preach. Okay. That's all I got for you today. Sorry I'm not live. Because Battlefield is out, and I'm going to play some Battlefield. But, real talk, guys, I'm horrified. I'm horrified. I don't scare easy. You got to keep hope alive, gang. We have to keep hope alive, because if we lose hope, then they fully fucking win. And I'll be goddamn dead before they win. I'll be dead before they win. Me and you, buddy. Me and you. Thanks for watching the Valenti VOD. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It costs you nothing, and it helps me immensely. Una mattina mi sono alzato. Bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, ciao, ciao. Una mattina mi sono alzato e ho trovato invasor. I can feel the blood of my ancestors who lived in fascist Italy. I can feel the blood of the partisans flowing through my veins. Get you on the next one. Hit that video, it's a banger, and I know bangers.